addendum to the financial security plan for the subdivision for Potts Grove Hunt. Eric, you wanna go into that, please?
Yeah, so the board, probably more than a year ago now, gave direction to Potts Grove Hunt. They requested to change their financial security in a number of ways, one of which was to update the amount or reduce the amount of security that they were holding. That was accomplished in the first amendment to their financial security, so you've already done that part, and that was done as required by their land development agreement. It required them to update that financial security amount once they got to, I think, 89 building units or permits. So that was done. At that same time, they requested, to convert their security from the letter of credit to a bond, and you told them what you would require. That was essentially that their bonding company had to sign off on it. Their bond had to be approved by our office, and they had to recalculate their financial security, which they've already done. So what this second amendment does is essentially approves the bond, allows it to change to the bond, and it also requires them to post $50,000 with the township for the township to use if we have to call on the bond and expend legal expenses to do that. They've agreed to all that. Excuse me. So what we'd be asking for is your approval of this second amendment, conditioned on them signing it first and producing the bond, this agreement signed, and the cash escrow.
Questions on this for the solicitor on the action tonight?
I just have clarification. I probably asked this already, but I still don't quite understand it. If we're going to a bond security, does that make it any easier or harder for us to file a claim against it?
It doesn't impact us filing the claim, it impacts us in the end result of getting the money. It makes us a little harder to get the money, which is the purpose of that $50,000 cash escrow. And the agreement is that we get to utilize that money to go after them.
Is there any encumbrance on the 50,000, or we have full discretion on that?
It's us, and if we would have to fight it more than once, it's a revolving 50,000, so they have to replenish it and always keep 50,000 in there.
Thank you.
Yes.
And the reason for even considering this is that they've paid down as much as they possibly can on escrow.
They have, and when they came and requested this of you, again, many months ago, I think even before we were solicitors, so, this is exactly what you told them to go get. They came back and are bringing what you asked them to do.
Okay, so this is a bond replacing a letter of credit with 50,000, 50K.
No, the bond itself is plus 50, so the bond itself is about 1.9 million.
Right, but the 50K is
the cash escrow.
Yeah. Correct. All right, I'll need a motion on that.
I'll make that motion.
Hearing a motion, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Hearing a second. Further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Old business B, this is consideration of hiring of Miss Lisa Dunn, our financial assistant. As you may recall, she's been in a temp status for about 6 months. So Michelle?
Yeah, so as you recall, we hired Lisa through a temp agency called Aston Carter, which was formally approved by the board, the relationship with them. She has completed her terms of that contract with the temp agency, so we have the ability to hire her full-time. She has been working here for 6 months, and we are pleased with her progress that she's made and some of the suggestions that she's brought to the table, so I'm asking for permission to hire her. Effective March 25th, 2024 would be her start date.
Okay, you do have the letter that was sent with the packet as well.
Yeah, just 2 minor changes on the letter was the hire date will be March 25th instead of the 19th, and that's consistent with the next payroll period. And then she's to return her offer by March 22nd, which is this Friday, instead of March 19th, which is tomorrow, so. And then we took out some language on vacation days that was a carryover from, someone else who was a part-time employee that I missed taking out, so, but no other substantial changes.
So if any commissioners have questions for Michelle now, then we'll go right into the motion, or you have another opportunity? Okay. I need a motion on the hiring.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Here in a second, further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Against? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Next item is starting with new business. If you take a look at your agenda, you have A,